from Lagos, Nigeria. And today, 9th June 2026. I'm going to be talking about the AI stack, the AI layer. And I want you to know that the complete ecosystem creates wealth. The AI ecosystem, it's a complete stack on its own that creates wealth. And it ranges between the 5 components. And the CEO of NVIDIA, Jensen Huang, talked about the AI ecosystem, that it's not just NVIDIA. AI, it's a platform that every other companies can thrive in. And in the next 2 to 3 years, every of our system, every of our application, every of our models is going to be metamorphosed, and meaning that everything is going to change. Starting from 2028. Don't forget that this AI, America is at the forefront, and China is competing, and the winner of this AI, is going to take the glory as far as this AI is concerned. China are doing very well. They have what it takes, to beat the US as far as this AI story is concerned. When electricity came in, the very first time electricity came into existence, it came from UK, United Kingdom. They were the one that discovered electricity, but it was America that fine-tuned it and make it functional. And the same story is going to be said about AI. Now it's between China and America. So Chinese have what it takes to compete on the highest level with the American government, or with the American stock market per se. So that is one of the reasons why it's important that every company needs to embed their system, their structures, their models into AI, and that is what Jensen Huang is fighting for, being the CEO of the NVIDIA. And don't forget that NVIDIA is at the forefront of the AI boom. They are number one when it comes to the most biggest company in the largest company in the whole wide world, and they are doing very well. They are worth more than $5 trillion as of today. Now, moving forward, we need to talk about the 5 layers of the AI. The CEO of NVIDIA, which is Jensen Huang, said that the AI is a 5-layer cake, ranging between the chips, ranging between memory, ranging between energy and applications, and what do you call it now? The last one, which is models. Now, let me pick it one after the other: energy, chips, memory, models, and what application. Now, he said that the very first one that comes into play is energy. That the previous type of energy that is being used at this point in time will be much more needed, because China has much more electricity. They have enough energy to compete as far as the AI is concerned. Likewise, memory, the memory that we guys are used to. So you will notice that in this AI story, there are bottlenecks, there are there are challenges, and constraints as far as the AI story is concerned. And one of the constraints is energy, and also memory. And that is why the CEO of NVIDIA said that this AI is a platform that every other companies have to thrive and embed their systems and models into this AI story. And AI is going to, people believe that AI is going to cause unemployment, but the reverse is the case. It made an example of when radiologists in China believe that once there's AI, they won't need radiologists. And unfortunately, they needed more radiologists, because radiologists can actually infer, they can actually read through the results of what the AI has. If you are not an expert, you can't read the results from the report radiologist. You understand? So that is why there was so much demand for radiologists, because of the fact that AI was able to work on radiologists in China. Now, moving forward, he said that in this AI story, people need to, and companies need to embed their system and structures. And he said that the platform is on ground for everyone to work on. That AI is a platform, and NVIDIA is one of the platform. And don't forget that NVIDIA provides GPU in chips and also CPU, but the major one that they produce is GPU because of high processing and how the brain of the AI can read and to understand models. You understand? So that is what he said in his speech, and that means that the complete stack involves energy, memory, systems and infrastructures, which is data centers, and also we talk about models and application. Those are the 5 things that he mentioned, and is a complete stack, as the case may be, meaning that every other companies must try as much as possible to embed their models into the systems and structures of the NVIDIA chips. And not just NVIDIA, there are so many companies that are competing at the highest level. We have AMD, we also have the Intel corporations, also we have Broadcom. We have so many of these companies that are producing these chips, but NVIDIA is at the forefront of this AI boom. So they are competitors, you understand. So also we have TSMC that usually produce the chips that NVIDIA, and you know that the Google, the Meta, the AWS, they also have we call it ASICs, which is the automated systems integrated circuits. You understand? So they are not using the special GPUs that NVIDIA are producing. They have a specialized circuit that they produce on their own, to match up their own system. So these are the 5-layer cakes that the NVIDIA CEO mentioned about, and it means that every other companies must abide or embed their system and structures or models into this AI story. So I think that is what he was talking about. All right. So lastly, I'm going to mention the AI 5-layer cakes that the CEO of NVIDIA talked about, the person of Jensen Huang. He talked about energy, he talked about chips, he talked about infrastructure, he talks about models and application. And we already know that AI is a platform that every other companies or systems or structures must lay on that platform so that they can make use of the AI boom. We can be a particle of the AI boom. And also, don't forget I told you that not just NVIDIA but we know that NVIDIA is at the forefront, but there are other companies that are producing these chips, which is the GPUs and the CPUs and the ASICs, which is the automated system integrated circuits. I told you that Google, Meta, AWS, and some other companies like Qualcomm, they build their own special integrated circuit such that they can be able to partake in this AI. Now, the company I'm going to mention under energy is Constellation Energy, and also we have NextEra Energy and also Vernova. Why is energy important? This AI is going to because their data centers are being built such that they requires high energy, not the energy we have been using. And in the next era of this technology, energy is very much important. Also, memory is part of the chips, and I'm going to mention it under chips, the company under chips. Now we talk about that. The next one now is what? Okay, under energy I said Constellation Energy, NextEra Energy, and also GE Vernova. These are the companies, their energy. When I talk about energy, I talk about the nuclear energy. It could be solar, renewables energy, and also we can talk about batteries, depending on what the companies are producing, because we need high level of energy as far as this AI is concerned, because the GPUs requires high energy that can actually process the data as far as the AI is concerned. Now the next one is chips. We talked about NVIDIA, we have AMD, which is Advanced Micro Devices, and also Broadcom. These are the chip makers in America. These are the chip makers. The GPU and the CPU makers. You understand? These are the chips. Don't forget that all these chips, these are the things we have on our laptops, on our phones, on our devices, on different technological equipment or devices. So these are the chips that makes all these things works. Moving on, we talk about infrastructure, which is the same thing as the data centers that are being built all over the places. There's not going to be the chips are not going to be working. Every of our devices are not going to be working without a data centers. So those data centers will be linked with every devices that we buy starting from 2028, because of the data center is going to be powered by data centers. So which is the same thing as the infrastructures. So the company under this, we have the Oracle, we have CoreWeave, we have Dell, we also have I think Dell Technologies. These are the major infrastructure builders as far as data centers is concerned for this AI. And the next one is models. So like the normal AI companies, they are the cloud, which is from Anthropic, the OpenAI, which is from ChatGPT, and we also have all this Gemini. We have Grok, which is from XAI, the Gemini, which is from Google. So these are the models that is needed, the brain of the AI itself. And the last one, which are the application that you and I are going to be making use of, which is like the Microsoft Azure, Microsoft Word, graphics, graphic design, and all those software. These are the final users, the end users, the application that we are going to be using, that like the Salesforce, the Adobe, and the rest. So these are the applications. But without the first 4 layers, the applications are not going to work. Starting from energy, then chips, infrastructure, and models before the application. Don't forget that chips too, memory is in between, where SNDK comes in, or Western Digital, or Micron Technologies. You understand? So chips too fall under memories. You understand? So we have Nvidia, who is at the forefront of all this. So I think that is what I need to tell you about. So I'm going to be seeing you guys in another episode. So if you want to invest in all these companies, do your due diligence, make your research, and search for the ticker symbol of all these companies, and begin to do your research before you invest in them. They are profitable companies, you understand, and all these companies are on the US stock exchange market. So I'm going to see you guys in another episode. See you later. Bye bye.